Fitzgerald is headed to the Hall of Fame. Coverage is sponsored by Earnhardt Auto Centers.
The countdown is on. Larry Fitzgerald is just days away from taking his place among football's greats. The future Pro Football Hall of Famer getting ready for his big moment in Canton, Ohio.
No better person for it to happen to, truly. 12 Sports journalist Cameron Cox, he is live in Ohio for us inside the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Cam, take us for a tour. There's so much to see there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, guys, first of all, good morning. It's awesome to be up this early with you guys. It's like mid-brunch here, and I know it's like 6:40-something back there in Arizona. As you can imagine, my brain is a little scrambled this morning, but we are fired up to be in Canton, Ohio for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. We are officially kicking off Larry Fitzgerald Hall of Fame week. And just how cool is that, right, to say that? The greatest athlete in the history of Arizona sports, the greatest Arizona Cardinal of all time, finally his rightful home in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. There's only been a handful of first ballot Hall of Famers. Fitz is one of those, and now we get to celebrate him all week long. Hall of Fame ceremony is this weekend. The Gold Jacket ceremony is Friday night, and we are front and center right now in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Right behind me is where you enter, and this is the first thing you see. This is where all the lockers are of all the Pro Football Hall of Famers in the class of 2026. And right away, Larry Fitzgerald's locker is front and center. And guys, let me tell you what you're kind of going to see here. Of course, you see Larry Fitzgerald's old school jersey that he wore during his rookie year with the Cardinals. Look at that. They got the old Arizona State flag on the side when the Cardinals used to rock those, the all-white jersey. Right below him right here was his Pro Bowl jersey. And now Larry picked everything inside of this locker. And so there's a story behind everything. So the reason he picked this Pro Bowl jersey, because this was the jersey he wore when him and Drew Brees were on the same Pro Bowl team. And Drew Brees, who's also in this Hall of Fame class, played for the Saints, threw him a touchdown pass. So how cool is that? Right below are some silver cleats. And I was trying to rack my head, like, when did Larry wear silver cleats? And turns out just once, Nike approached him, hey, you want to try something new? Here's some silver cleats. And by the way, they fined him for wearing those silver cleats. This is pretty neat too as well. This is an old draft evaluation sheet from right before Larry was drafted. And it's funny, on there it says average speed. For a long time, people would question, hey, can he run with the best of them, right? Well, we all got that answer, right? Remember in the playoffs, one of the greatest postseason performers ever. And then back here, these pink cleats right here, they honor his mom, who, of course, passed away earlier in his career from breast cancer. So those are some of those My Cleats, My Cause cleats that Larry would wear back in the day. So that's Larry Fitzgerald's locker, guys. And it's just neat to see. It's one of the first things you see when you walk into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And then all around us is different things involving this year's class. You know, of course, you have Roger Craig. You have Luke Kuechly, who had some big games against the Cardinals back in the day. And then you come over here. Emma, I want to show you this because you're our fashion expert here at 12 News, right? Check out how far jerseys have come from back in the day. You have Trey McBride's jersey, right? They all red. Emma, your kids probably have this, right?
They sure
People
do.
at home too as well. And then look at this. This is from 1920. Good old singlet.
Looks like a T-shirt.
I think it's like straight wool. I don't know. I just can't imagine how anybody would play football in that back in the day. How would the snaps hold? I got a lot of questions there, by the way. And then check this out right over here. Cardinals, in case you didn't know at home, played in the very first Hall of Fame game back in 1962. That's actually a pylon from the game. Right before the Hall of Fame was even open, they had a Hall of Fame game. Cardinals played in this game, and it ended in a tie. Go figure that. And then finally, guys, also right here, we got some old Cardinals memorabilia too as well. So, of course, the Hall of Fame just has a lot of cool things that fans can see throughout their entire time here. You got to go check out the bus room too as well. Of course, Larry Fitzgerald's bus will be in there this weekend after he is enshrined on Saturday morning. It's just a very special place. You got football fans from all over coming to check this out. And it's just really neat to be here. I saw fans outside. There's a guy in a full football outfit. Yeah. I'm a little jealous. Next time I'll wear that.
There's a lot of Cardinals gear in there.
There is. You know, Cam, you can't help but think about just a little tinge of sadness because we know that Larry, of course, lost his mom back in 2003, but he just lost his dad in June. You knew Fitz Sr. very well. It's sad. It's a little sad. How are you feeling going into this weekend knowing that Fitz Sr. is going to be there, you know, in spirit?
Yeah, we're going to play an interview with Bruce Arians, former Cardinals head coach, a little bit later on today, and he brought up Larry Fitzgerald's dad. And when I think about Larry, you can't help but think about his dad and what he meant to his career. It was always really cool, Emma, to walk into a game and to see Mr. Fitz right there. And all of us media members here at the Valley, he talked to us all. And it was just really cool to see. Obviously he was a journalist and a well-known media member out there in Minnesota, covered the NFL for such a long time, but he would be a dad in those moments, and you could have some real conversations with him, and you could see how proud he was of Larry's journey. We got a chance to talk to Mr. Fitz back in February, right after, of course, Larry was announced into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in San Francisco, and Mr. Fitz was one of the first person that I thought of, because you knew there was nobody more prouder in that moment than Mr. Fitzgerald, Larry's dad. And so it was really cool in that moment to give him a mic, to give him a chance to brag about his son. One final time, of course, he passed away 4 months later. But Larry's talked about that already. It's tough not to have his dad here, but he's going to honor his dad in his speech. And his son, Devin Fitzgerald, who played football at Brophy, is a wideout at Notre Dame, is going to, kind of start things off. He's going to kind of open things for Larry Fitzgerald here at the enshrinement ceremony, and they'll get a chance to honor the entire Fitzgerald legacy, which I think is really neat. By the way, Devin, of course, he plays football at Notre Dame. He's missing a day of a training camp, to come out here for his dad's Hall of Fame induction ceremony. So it's pretty neat.
Which, that's a good reason to miss.
No better reason.
No better reason.
And his dad will be with him for sure.
Absolutely. Cam, we love you. Thanks, buddy. Don't forget, ahead of Larry's induction on Saturday night, you can watch tomorrow night's Hall of Fame game right here on 12 News. Kickoff is set for 5 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 3 p.m. Arizona time. We're back right after this.